You want to do things with each other?
That needs context right now.
Oh, come on. Not like that. Unless you...
Oh my god, Zachary.
Kidding, jeez. But seriously, like, we don't do anything together.
What do you mean?
You know, like play video games or board games or card games or throw a ball around or go for walks.
Go for walks?
I'm just saying.
No, I get you. So, what do we have?
I like fighting games.
Not really my thing.
Yeah, you'll just cry again.
Yeah. You can't really do a story-driven RPG. You just backseat control the whole time.
Well, yeah, single-player games just, like, hardly work with two people.
Yeah, they're also filled with voice actors who are wildly more successful than you, so you'll just cry again.
Yeah.
So, how about Magic?
Too hard for me to draw cards, or play cards, or hold my hand, or tap lands.
I could control for you.
So, like Magic Solitaire, then? Do we have anything?
Of course we do. We've got slightly biting banter and volatile retorts.
That's true.
Of course it's true. Now, cheer up, you barely funny freeloader.
Aw, kiss my ass, you awful bastard. So, what do we got today?
Well, I'm going to talk about how there's a new army mission out there that has to do with video games. Ray's going to talk about his prayers that the galaxy doesn't blow up again, and, well, what do you have for us?
I'm actually doing a fighting game news roundup of...
How interesting. You're watching RAMtv.
I hate it when you do that!
If you've been paying attention this last year, you know a couple of things about me, specifically what I love doing with my life. Number one, I love putting on my army uniform and serving our country as public affairs. It gives me a chance to capture badass moments like this. But I also love video games. I know, surprising. Well, they're now just maybe the opportunity to combine the two things together. The army is finally embracing us gamers. In Operation Overmatch, 2 teams of 8 soldiers take command of different tanks and armored vehicles to do battle with new and advanced war machines in this upcoming online game developed by the Army. Wait, we seriously have a video game development team? How did no one offer me this MOS when I signed up? Anyways, this project has a real-to-life purpose. Soldiers who play the game will be monitored and then have to provide feedback on how the up-armored killing machines they're playing fare in the game. This way, the Army can decide what weapons and armor concepts are worth pursuing before committing to real-life prototypes. Oh yeah, I always knew my time playing Battlefield would be practical eventually. Kim Jong-un has his missiles he could finally get off his coast. We will have our video game weaponry to go with our future Master Chief-looking helmets. The idea is soldiers, unlike the typical a-holes in COD, know what a real war scenario is like. They understand how the equipment, doctrine, and organization will be used in the field. According to Chief Engineer at the Army Game Studio and Project Lead of Operation Overmatch, Michael Barnett. Barnett says, soldiers know what to use, what to change, and what to abandon. They know how to adapt quickly. At this point, the game is still in the early testing phases and scenarios are limited to urban operations. Players are, however, allowed to equip their teams as they see fit with thousands of possibilities, all of them built specifically to fit that scenario. Example, you're going up against a heavily fortified enemy post, but it's a narrow approach and it's got a ton of obstacles in the way. Well, those badass Abrams just won't get the job done. You can't get them in there. Instead, try out this prototype mini-tank that could pull off some Fast and the Furious tricks with. Get inside and unload with a bunch of conceptual weapon systems. I mean, it is still a video game, right? The idea of the game is to test the concepts and see if they're even plausible or useful in real life before dropping a ton of taxpayer money on prototypes, just to see that they can't be used. The game will launch eventually, and the beta testing is expected to kick off in October. And of course, There is another game popular among veterans. Hell, my entire MLG team, though we don't really tourney as much anymore, is 90% veterans. The game is Rainbow Six Siege, and every once in a while they do something to make a mention in our show. Whether it's something foolish, such as Operation Health, or something awesome, such as replace their potato servers. We're still waiting on that, Ubisoft. And sometimes we just talk about them because, well, they have an update coming out. And, well, here at RAM, we love the game. Tanner has the story.
Thank you, Aaron. 3 months ago, Rainbow Six Siege announced that they're not going to do their new Operations season like they originally planned. Instead, they decided to do what they called Operation Health, where they went through and they fixed a lot of bugs and issues that were in the game and ended up making a few more new ones. Everybody that knows Doc's new glitch knows about all these new ones. That glitch is where you can theoretically get unlimited stim pistols off of Doc and run the map and make your team invincible and blah blah blah. But this isn't about that. This is about Operation Blood Orchid, the new season of Rainbow Six Siege with 3 new operators, 2 defense and 1 attack. I really hope that they give you 3 new operators in the next season as well to make up for the 2 that we missed with Operation Health. But let me know what you think. Leave your comments below. Do you think these operators look cool? Do you like their new abilities, or are they kind of overrated? I want to know what you think. Just leave your comments in the description below.
Thanks, Tanner. About time they give us new operators, and this time we get 3, probably to make up for the 2 we didn't get with Health. Well, worry not, folks. We aren't done in the land of video games. That's right. Today's show has a "but wait, there's more" aspect to it. Closed beta signups, downloadable demos for imminent releases, and new characters are all on the fighting game horizon. Here's Zach with some of his favorites.
Hey kids, Zach here with a roundup of updates on 3 popular fighting games, or games to be in some cases. So, here's our very first fighting game roundup. I made that myself. First off, Dragon Ball FighterZ has released 4 new fighters since I last mentioned them. Along with the initial cast of Goku, Vegeta, Gohan, Cell, Frieza, and Majin Buu, and Trunks after them, we are joined by 2 fighters that weren't exactly surprises, and 2 that kinda were, depending on who you ask. Firstly, we've got Piccolo and Krillin, who seemed inevitable, but you just never know with these things. Piccolo specializes in fancy cross-ups, while Krillin has a ton of zoning potential with his varied energy attacks, including the unblockable Destructo discs. However, we also got androids 18 and 16, yes, you see that correctly. Android 17 kinda sorta assists 18 in her attacks, making the 2 appear like a team character, but you only really get to control her. Fun fact, if you have Krillin and 18 on the same team, he'll assist her during this super attack instead of 17. Android 16 has chainable command grabs. I'm remiss to call him a grappler because he still has projectiles, but he certainly has some cool throws. If you're as hungry for this game as I've been, beta signups have begun under the URL in front of you. Just go ahead and combine that into one URL. Also, as a pre-order bonus, and I'm not sure how I feel about this, will be separate characters, Vegeta and Goku, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan, or just Super Saiyan Blue for short. Speaking of early play, Pokken Tournament Deluxe, or DX to some, released a downloadable demo on the Nintendo Switch store. Pokken Tournament DX introduces new fighters like Decidueye and Empoleon here, and introduces things like story mode and team battles. Pokken Tournament releases on September 22nd, but you can get a small fix in with the demo. And keeping in with the trend of new characters, Injustice 2 released an announcement for Character Pack DLC number 2. Whereas Pack 1 brought in Starfire, Red Hood, and Sub-Zero, this pack brings us Mortal Kombat's Raiden, Aquaman villain Black Manta, and Hellboy?
Thanks for the light, pal.
More like hell yeah, boy! Hellboy isn't even a part of the DC universe, as you know. He's owned by Dark Horse Comics, but this is a really cool crossover. Black Manta will be the first character available, and he comes out September 12th. The rest will trail in shortly. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for watching the first roundup, and keep it Rizzle.
Thanks, Zach. Whether you're a fan of Dragon Ball FighterZ or Dragon Ball FighterZ, Pokken Tournament, Injustice, or just fighting game in general, keep up with us because Zach really loves to report on them. Now, finally, let's take a trip to the land of technology and let Ray explain why he is excited for September 12th of this year.
Hi everyone, sorry I'm just like this today. I was sneezing in the morning. I, sound a little bit stuffy, so I am a little bit under the weather, but let's get started because September 12th may be the date that the iPhones will be announced to the world. This is according to Mac Forever, and they're saying that the carriers have been told by Apple that September 12th will be the date of the announcement. The 15th is when pre-orders are supposed to start, and the phone actually being released on the 22nd of September. That is, according to sources, we don't have any official word of the September 12th being even real from Apple. They like to send out invitations to the media, and of course the media is just blasted everywhere. But I've been looking at Twitter, and yeah, they haven't released any kind of invitation to the media. So who knows if this is true? But according to other people familiar with the events that are supposed to happen in the fall, the Apple Watch 3 is supposed to get a LTE and a non-LTE version. So that's finding a feature, but I already have an Apple Watch, so I'm fine with that. But yeah, we'll see if the September 12th thing is real. But the real story is Samsung. So Samsung just released their Galaxy Note 8, which is, of course, the sequel of the Note 7, the exploding phone, as everyone, including me, likes to say, the exploding phone. And of course, they started the show saying, we're sorry that it exploded, but here's the new one. And pretty much, it has a faster processor in the US at least, a Snapdragon 835 processor with a 6.3-inch screen infinity display with 6GB of RAM, with LTE Cat 16, AO211 ABC, ABN, and AC. You get what I'm saying. It's better and better and better. However, the price is what people are talking about. So according to the carrier that you pick or you are a part of, I'm part of AT&T, and if you want to pay the full retail price at AT&T, that would be $950. At T-Mobile, it's $930. Of course, now they are pushing these installment plans with AT&T Next and making monthly payments toward the phone on top of your service, which a lot of people do. I have that for my phone. But even with that, with tax included, you're spending around $1,000 for a phone. Would you want to spend $1,000 of your hard-earned money on a phone, on something that literally we take out of our pockets and our bags every single day, and every single time there's a risk of it shattering? And if you don't have any insurance from AT&T or Samsung Cares, I know Samsung has like their own insurance program. If you don't have that, then you need to spend another $1,000 to replace your phone if you don't have any kind of insurance. I don't know. And this is coming from someone that is actually probably gonna get the iPhone 8 if I can get my hands on it. $1,000 for a phone? Yeah, I know Vertu and Lamborghini just announced that they're releasing an Android phone that I don't even want to talk about. It's honestly just useless. Because that phone's is like $2,000, and Vertu is famously known for the lowest price one, is like $1,500. The most expensive was like around $20,000. You get what I'm saying. But $1,000 for a manufacturer that is known to release $200 phones or $500 phones, which is still up there but reasonable price. $1,000, that's the price of a Mac. That's the price of a laptop to go back to school. I don't know, $1,000 seems steep, but let me know what you think. And this is all I really have today. Because I really just want to know, what is your thoughts on the Samsung $1,000 Galaxy Note 8? And I'll see you all later. Bye.
Thanks, Ray. The Galaxy Note 8 is set to be in physical stores in September. Hopefully, if these products are ticking time bombs again, we at least get a heads up that we're purchasing a weapon. Well, that's going to do it for us here on RAMtv. We hope you enjoyed your time with us. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share. Visit our GoFundMe and Patreon pages where you can help become the driving force behind RAM and Valley Studios to create more and better content for you. If you want to take us on the road, be sure you check out our podcast format on Anchor and iTunes. And if you're on iTunes, be sure to leave a 5-star rating and comment. That will help us reach the new and notable status. Please leave comments below. Let us know your thoughts on the stories we covered today and topics you want to hear about. Join us every day for a new Tiny Ram and every Sunday for a new RAMtv. Do you RAM?